And welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at when wearing seatbelts in the UK became compulsory in 1983. So let's get straight into it.
Before the new law came into force, only about 4 out of every 10 motorists regularly used a seatbelt. But during this morning's rush hour in London, the vast majority of drivers and front seat passengers were securely fastened. It seems the fear of prosecution was a greater incentive to belt up than all those previous seatbelt campaigns with their appeals to reason. And the government will now be hoping for a big reduction in the number of people killed or seriously injured in traffic accidents. Good morning, I see you're wearing your seatbelt today.
That's correct, yes.
Is this simply because of the law?
Indeed, I've never worn it before. I prefer to be free when I'm driving, but I'm aware that the law aren't going to enforce things today, so that's why I'm wearing it.
Sorry. But not everyone remembered the need to clunk-click this morning.
Well,
hello,
people have
can I
got
ask you why you're not wearing a seatbelt?
Get used to it.
You realise you're breaking the law?
Yeah, I do realise now, yeah. Thanks for telling me.
My man's going around collaring people on TV, grassing everybody up. Surely there must have been like a cooling period where you give people chance to get used to it. If any of you guys watching are old enough to remember this, drop us a comment and let us know what your experience was. Let's get straight back into it.
I think you had. So what are the chances of being fined if you don't wear a seatbelt? Well, at the moment it depends very much on where you live. Some police forces have said that they intend to adopt a lenient attitude for the first few weeks at least. People who break the law are likely to escape with just a warning. But in other areas, the police are saying that they intend to prosecute people as from today. And if you don't wear a seatbelt, that could mean a fine of up to £50.
Whew.
Well, the Merseyside Chief Constable, Kenneth Oxford, has already said that in his area, drivers to begin
The fine's now like £100 with 3 points on your licence. Crackers.
with not wearing seatbelts will be warned and not prosecuted. So John Thorne has been examining how the softly approach there has been working.
At the dawn of this new legislation, rush hour motorists on Merseyside were greeted by...
If you're only getting warned, you're just gonna, you're gonna forget, aren't you, from time to time. It's not gonna be an instant thing you do. You know, that's why probably they had to get a little bit more lenient. Obviously, unfortunately, but if it saves lives, what can you say?
foul, snow-filled winds. There was no sign of extra police vigilance on the roads leading to the Mersey Tunnel, and many drivers had forgotten to lock on their seatbelts. In fact, one driver was deliberately ignoring the new legislation.
Well, figures have proved in the continent that even though the number of people wearing seatbelts went up, there's no decrease in the amount of accidents.
So even though you're liable to £50 fine,
Yeah.
you're not going to wear them?
No.
The Merseyside police have been coy about their attitude. The Chief Constable, Mr. Kenneth Oxford, declined an interview. So did his traffic department commander. But in fact, motorists here have a good reputation for belting up. A local survey suggested that nearly half Merseyside drivers did it automatically even before the new law. The police force here on Merseyside are not alone in deciding initially to advise motorists about the new seatbelt legislation rather than prosecuting them immediately.
Crackers.
But their Chief Constable's stance has been attacked by the British Safety Council, who describe it as entirely irresponsible, amounting to a licence for suicide.
How interesting is that? Looking back, you know, what our parents and our grandparents were facing. They were the trials and tribulations of the time. You know, I was born in 1985, and you know, all the things that we've experienced over the last couple of years, our children and our grandchildren will be watching back thinking, bloody hell, what the hell was going on? What, like, mental, absolutely mental. Okay, guys, again, that was just another little quick video reacting to some of the BBC archives. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give me a subscribe, hit that like button and leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.